Top 10 Amazing Must-Visit Destinations in the United States. Are you looking for American bucket list ideas? The United States is a vast and captivating nation offering a wide variety of amazing travel experiences. From sea to shining sea, the nation is home to fascinating cities, breathtakingly beautiful scenery, and important historical sites. This video contains far too many must-see locations. However, if you're just looking for a place to start and some inspiration, I've put together an incredible list of my top 45 U.S. cities, national parks, and travel locations. Using this USA bucket list, you may customize your own road trip plan or bucket list to fit your interests, including the wildest places to go trekking, charming towns covered in ivy, ideal beach towns, flashy metropolis, or hotspots for foodies and culture. These well-known U.S. locations have been categorized by region, with the national parks that are a must-see placed in their own section. 1. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is a must-see city for anybody visiting the USA. Boston, the oldest city in the nation, is exquisitely located on the Charles River and Boston Harbor and is rich in American history. Some of the best U.S. landmarks can be found in this city. A crucial part was performed by Boston in the Revolutionary War, because it was the source of important concepts that molded America. It is frequently referred to as the Athens of America or the Cradle of Liberty. Boston is truly a great location, particularly for those who are interested in history and culture. It boasts excellent museums, spacious green areas, charming districts with brick facades, and a fantastic gastronomy scene. All the advantages of a large city are available while traveling to Boston, minus the intensity and fast-paced atmosphere of New York City. Walking the Freedom Trail, a 2.5-mile route that leads to Boston's historical site, is among the greatest things to do in the city. You will pass 16 locations and monuments commemorating the Revolutionary War and the establishment of Boston along the route. Take a stroll through Boston Commons, the nation's oldest park, and the lush Boston Public Garden before you get started. Fans of sports can visit Fenway Park to watch a Red Sox game. Amazing museums in Boston are a must-see for culture enthusiasts. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum and the Museum of Fine Arts are my two favorite museums. My two favorites are the Museum of Fine Arts and the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. 2. Cambridge, Massachusetts. A vibrant academic community close to Boston, historic Cambridge has the Charles River as its backyard and play area. However, the town has an own personality all its own. Harvard University, which is well known for its red brick buildings, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which features eclectic modern architecture designed by some of the country's top architects, are both located in Cambridge. There are several notable buildings, landmarks, and outdoor artworks on both campuses. Furthermore, colleges aren't the only places that shine. Great museums, a thriving performing arts scene, and mouth-watering hot cuisine restaurants can all be found in Cambridge. The best place to view art is the Harvard Art Museums, which have a valuable Van Gogh among other pieces from antiquity to the present. 3. Salem, Massachusetts. From Boston, a simple day excursion to the lovely seaside village of Salem awaits. Winston-Salem is the perfect destination to experience the festive fall vibes in New England. You may discover more about Salem's eerie history as the country's witch capital. Salem welcomes its dark past, when the town was defined by the historic 17th-century witch trials, rather than running from it. There are a ton of wacky magic stores, haunted houses, and ghost tours available in Salem. Salem's witchy past is the subject of many of its must-see locations. However, Salem also has mouth-watering seafood and stunning Georgian and colonial buildings from the 17th century. Salem is a town that is quite walkable. You'll experience a captivating journey through time and history. 4. Portland, Maine. In a state full of tiny towns, Portland, a remarkable metropolis, is perched on a peninsula that jets into Casco Bay. Portland is a champion of historical preservation and offers a wide range of cultural activities. The revitalized Old Port is a maze of cobblestone alleys teeming with bright Victorian architecture, bustling farm-to-table restaurants, and specialized shops. The bustling art school downtown brings a creative vibe to the city's streets. The Portland Museum of Art, an architectural marvel created by renowned architect M. Pei of the Louvre, is Portland's crown jewel and top art destination. It opened for business in 1983. There are lots of outdoor hiking paths in Portland. The 3.6-mile, wildflower-filled Burnt Meadow Mountain Trail is located 1 hour from Portland. Hike the 3.8-mile meandering walk from Morse Mountain to Sewell Beach to reach a beach. Portland is only 30 minutes away from Bradbury Mountain State Park. 5. Burlington, Vermont. You can't throw a stone without hitting a poet, painter, or potter is a proverb in Vermont. Some see Burlington as a little version of Seattle, a socially and politically progressive haven of creative types, regional power brokers, and college students. Church Street Marketplace forms the core of Burlington's downtown area. It's a bustling outdoor pedestrian mall. There are trendy sidewalk cafes, galleries, pubs, and street entertainers. There's also a strong art scene in Burlington. The Fleming Museum on the campus of the University of Vermont is the gem. Burlington will work for you if you're a foodie. With an abundance of food farm nearby, it surpasses much of the United States. Eating at the farm to table is a long-standing practice, not just a fashion statement. Farmers and Foragers Cuisine Truck serves delicious street cuisine and hosts the Saturday Farmers Market. 6. White Mountains, New Hampshire. A great place to live freely, get off the beaten track, and get away from the large city crowds is New Hampshire. There are towering peaks, clean airways, and dazzling lakes in New Hampshire. The White Mountains are the top attraction in New Hampshire. There are many breathtaking natural treasures in the White Mountains. They have traditionally drawn tourists, photographers, and daring skiers and hikers. The superlative pinnacle of the Northeast is Mount Washington. You may take a trip down the winding Kankamagus Highway to see pristine, picturesque views in the White Mountain. Hiking routes, stunning vistas of the mountains and lakes, and gorgeous fall colors can all be found at Crawford Notch State Park and Franconia Notch Park. You may take a historic train to the top of Mount Washington at the Mount Washington Cog Railway. 7. The Berkshires, Massachusetts. Tucked away in picturesque western Massachusetts are the Berkshires, with homes and buildings that look like they belong in a Norman Rockwell painting. The area is magically reminiscent of a bygone era of American history. You could even go to the Museum of Norman Rockwell. The Berkshires is a non-elite, subdued area that lacks the glamour and scene of cocktail parties. Literary luminaries who fled the city to their turn-of-the-century castle cottages beneath lonely starry evenings made the area famous. There are many beautiful meadows, deep green ellipses of hills, organic farms, winding roads, and fall-bombing trees in the Berkshires. The Berkshire villages are more than just a place to view leaves. They provide a distinctive blend of historic buildings, animals, and world-class museums. Everything you could possibly want is available in the Berkshires, including farm-to-table food, wildlife, and culture. 8. Providence, Rhode Island. In order to ensure that no man should be molested for his conscience' sake, the town of Providence was founded. Providence is referred to as the creative capital and the Renaissance city. It skillfully blends vibrant culture with trendy dining establishments, big city sophistication with small-town charm. See Benefit Street's Mile of History for a summary of architectural history. There are more than 100 federal, colonial, and revival structures. Among these is the Providence Athenaeum, which is a must-see for book aficionados and was formerly home to Edgar Allan Poe. Prospect Terrace offers a beautiful tree-lined outlook and excellent opportunities for leaf peeping. Brown University is one of Providence's must-see locations. Brown takes great pleasure in being an extremely liberal Ivy League school. The 255 buildings on campus are split between Lincoln Field and College Green. University Hall is the oldest. Encircling the green are stunning Gothic and Beaux Arts structures. 9. Newport, Rhode Island. Newport, a posh coastal town, is about 2 hours south of Boston. Founded in 1639, Newport is a veritable gold mine of old European-style houses overlooking the ocean. Consider the Astors, Vanderbilts, and Kennedys of the Gilded Age, families that constructed the nation's first opulent mansion. A handful are on the waterfront, while Bellevue Avenue is home to the majority of the mansions. Rhode Island's top attraction is Breaker's Mansion, which was constructed by Cornelius Vanderbilt. It can be found on the picturesque Newport Cliff Walk. Visit an oyster shack or one of Newport's well-known seafood restaurants after your hike. The Newport Art Museum is the hub of the creative community, according to Culture Vultures. In addition, there are 12 commercial galleries in the city. From Shakespearean performances in Queen Anne Square to jazz, classical, and folk music festivals in July and August, Newport has a lot to offer in terms of performing arts. 10. New York City, New York. Without New York City, no U.S. bucket list would be complete. Nothing else in the U.S. compares to the Big Apple. There are countless spectacular sights and activities to enjoy in the city that never sleeps. The city is home to hundreds of museums, thousands of eateries, and an abundance of interesting landmarks. See the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, the two locations where new immigrants arrived in the United States. Times Square is constantly busy and lively, but it is most recognized for its New Year's Eve ball drop. Broadway shows are shown here, and it's situated in the Theater District. Take a stroll in Central Park. Take a tour of the 9/11 Memorial, the Art Deco Empire State Building, or Trinity Church. See the entire city from a panoramic viewpoint atop the 9/11 Freedom Tower. At Rockefeller Center, there's an ice skating rink and the biggest Christmas tree in the world during the holiday. Another bird's-eye perspective is available from the top of the rock. Of course, NYC is home to some of the top museums in the entire globe. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Frick Collection, the Guggenheim Museum, or the Museum of Modern Art are good options if you're short on time. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey through 10 amazing must-visit destinations in the United States. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awe-inspiring adventures.